The words move like that, and my brain tends to kind of make words up because I'm trying to
Steve Fletcher has finally broken his silence on Jay Blades, and what he revealed confirms what fans of the repair shop have long suspected.
Working with Jay is just fantastic. He has such a natural way with people. And if we're nervous or upset, I think he's the perfect person to be there with you.
For years, their friendship has been a cornerstone of the beloved BBC series. But recent events have left viewers questioning what's going on. From a heartfelt reunion to whispers of behind-the-scenes changes, this story dives into the truth about their bond. It's time to tell truth. Join us as we explore the story of Steve and Jay and the secrets that connect them to the repair shop's legacy. The unexpected meeting. Steve Fletcher shared something that caught everyone off guard. The master clockmaker posted a photo that sent shockwaves through the repair shop fan base. There he was, smiling alongside Jay Blades, looking relaxed and comfortable despite everything that had happened. The image appeared on Fletcher's Instagram stories, accompanied by a caption that revealed more than most expected. He wrote about taking a break from his Secrets from the Barn tour to visit Jay for tea and conversation. The casualness of it struck fans immediately. Here was Fletcher, openly meeting with someone the BBC had distanced itself from. Fletcher's exact words painted a picture of normalcy that contrasted sharply with the surrounding controversy. He described popping in to see Jay for a cup of tea and a lovely chat, adding a humorous note about the tea being lovely, too. This light-hearted touch suggested a sense of comfort and ease between the two men. The horologist's decision to interrupt his professional tour schedule spoke volumes. The Secrets from the Barn tour represented Fletcher's career ventures beyond the repair shop. Taking time away from this commitment to visit Jay showed where his priorities lay during this difficult period. But Fletcher's words carried weight beyond the surface. He mentioned hoping to see Jay again soon. This wasn't a one-time courtesy visit. This suggested an ongoing relationship that contradicted what many assumed the repair shop team felt about their former colleague. The timing made Fletcher's actions even more significant. Jay Blades faced serious legal challenges that had dominated headlines for months. The BBC had pulled episodes featuring him from their schedule. Most people on television would distance themselves from such controversy. Fletcher did the opposite. His decision to share this moment publicly sent a clear message. He wasn't hiding his association with Jay Blades. He wasn't following the expected script of distancing himself from a controversial figure. Instead, he confirmed what many fans suspected all along about their genuine friendship. The photo itself told a story that words couldn't capture. Both men looked genuinely happy to see each other. There was no awkwardness, no forced smiles, no tension visible in their postures. This was two friends catching up, regardless of external circumstances. Fletcher's body language in the image suggested comfort and familiarity that only comes from real connections. Behind workshop doors. The repair shop had always been more than just a television show for those who worked there. For 7 years, Jay Blades and Steve Fletcher worked side by side in the workshop at the Weald and Downland Living Museum in West Sussex. Their professional relationship evolved into something deeper than cameras could capture or producers could script. Fans loved their easy chemistry, often commenting on X about how they seemed like best mates, which makes Steve's recent words about Jay so meaningful. Fletcher had watched Jay transform from a nervous newcomer to a confident host who could handle any situation. In 2017, when the repair shop began, Jay brought tremendous enthusiasm and natural empathy, but lacked the deep craft knowledge of his co-stars. Fletcher became one of his quiet mentors, sharing wisdom about restoration techniques and the patience required for their intricate work. Early on, Jay would hover by Steve's workbench, asking how to spot a worn escapement wheel or why a clock's chime sounded off. Steve, with his calm teaching style, explained each step, helping Jay appreciate the skill behind every tick. The master horologist recognized something special in Jay from the beginning. While others might have seen just a presenter, Fletcher observed Jay's genuine curiosity about traditional crafts and his respect for the artisans who practice them. This authentic interest created a foundation for their relationship that extended beyond television requirements. During a 2018 episode, Jay watched Steve restore a Victorian clock and later told the crew, "Steve's hands are like a history lesson." That moment stuck with Steve, showing Jay's heart for the craft and deepening their bond. Their conversations often happened away from filming, during breaks between takes, or after long days in the workshop. Fletcher would explain the intricacies of clockwork mechanisms, while Jay absorbed every detail with the enthusiasm of a true student. These moments built trust between them that cameras never captured, but viewers somehow sensed. After filming a 2020 episode about a grandfather clock, they stayed late, sipping tea and talking about why old clocks feel like family to their owners. Fans on X picked up on their vibe, posting, "Steve and Jay are like brothers in the barn," which hinted at the friendship everyone had suspected. Jay respected Fletcher's expertise in ways that flattered the veteran craftsman. The host would defer to Fletcher's knowledge about timepieces and mechanical restoration, creating opportunities for the horologist to shine in his specialty. This mutual respect became a cornerstone of their working relationship. In a 2021 Christmas special, Jay stepped back to let Steve explain how to repair a music box, beaming with pride as Steve made it sing again. That moment showed their teamwork, with Jay's warmth amplifying Steve's skill for the audience. The workshop environment at the Living Museum created unique bonds among all the experts. Each craftsperson brought different skills and perspectives, but they shared common values regarding the preservation of history and helping people reconnect with family treasures. Fletcher and Jay found themselves particularly aligned on these deeper purposes that transcended mere entertainment. They often discussed how a fixed item, such as a restored 2022 episode's locket, could help heal a family's grief, bonding over the show's mission to mend more than just objects. Fletcher noticed how Jay connected with workshop visitors on an emotional level that complemented the technical expertise perfectly. Jay understood that broken items often carried broken hearts, damaged relationships, or painful memories. This emotional intelligence impressed Fletcher and enhanced his interactions with visitors. When a guest brought in a cracked violin in 2019, Jay's gentle questions about their late father's music moved the owner to tears, and Steve later admitted he learned from Jay's way of listening. Their friendship grew through shared challenges that television production inevitably brought. Filming schedules could be demanding, with multiple retakes and technical difficulties. Fletcher's calm presence and methodical approach helped Jay navigate these pressures, while Jay's energy and enthusiasm kept Fletcher engaged with the show's broader mission of education and healing. During a challenging 2023 shoot with a complex camera setup, Steve's patience steadied Jay, who later cracked jokes to lighten the mood, keeping the team motivated. Even during Jay's struggles, which occasionally surfaced over the years, Fletcher maintained a clear perspective about his friend's character. He saw beyond headlines and gossip to the person he knew intimately through daily interaction. The controversy unfolds. September 2024 brought a storm that changed everything for the repair shop and everyone associated with the beloved program. Jay Blades faced charges of controlling and coercive behavior toward his estranged wife, Lisa Zbosen.
The BBC presenter Jay Blades has been charged with engaging in controlling and coercive behaviour against his estranged wife.
Allegations that painted a disturbing picture and shocked fans who had come to see him as a gentle, caring figure. The charges weren't about small arguments or misunderstandings. Court documents claimed Jay's behavior caused Lisa to fear violence on at least 2 occasions between January 2023 and September 2024. The legal terms described a pattern of controlling and coercive conduct that had a serious psychological impact on her. These accusations cut deep, clashing with Jay's public persona as someone who fixed broken treasures and brought comfort to people's lives. Fans struggled to make sense of how the man who helped heal cherished memories could be tied to such serious claims. The BBC acted quickly, pulling episodes of The Repair Shop featuring Jay from their schedule. They also replaced a repeat of David and Jay's touring toolshed with an episode of Garden Rescue, showing how seriously they took the allegations. For a show built on family-friendly storytelling and emotional restoration, these charges created a crisis that rippled beyond Jay's personal life. Other broadcasters followed suit, Channel 4 shelved plans for a second season of The Odd Couple with Judi Dench, and Channel 5 paused A Country House Through Time. Jay's professional world, once thriving, began to crumble under the weight of the controversy. Jay's marriage to Lisa Zbazan, a fitness instructor, started with joy in November 2022 at a beachfront villa in Barbados. Their wedding, attended by just 15 guests, was a fairy tale moment celebrated by fans. But by May 2024, Lisa announced their separation on Instagram, writing, "I am very broken," and revealing she had left with just a bag of belongings. The post came a day before West Mercia police launched an investigation on May 3rd after being called to an address for domestic violence. The rapid unraveling of their 18-month marriage, from a dream wedding to legal separation to criminal charges, left fans reeling. Court documents alleged Jay's behavior began just 40 days after their wedding, painting a troubling picture of a relationship that deteriorated quickly. Jay pleaded not guilty at Worcester Crown Court on October 11, 2024, appearing in a dark suit and speaking only to confirm his identity and plea. Judge James Burbage, KC, rejected a request to hold parts of the hearing in private and removed a bail condition for an electronic tag due to issues with the fitting company. The trial was set for May 6, 2025, but was delayed, with a pre-trial review scheduled for August 1, 2025, leaving months of uncertainty ahead.
It's like 2015, there was a real low in your life.
Yeah, I think
Jay also faced a separate charge for using his phone while driving, but it was dismissed at Walsall Magistrates Court on September 17, 2024, when the prosecution offered no evidence. The allegations led Jay to resign from his roles as an ambassador for the King's Foundation and Chancellor of Buckinghamshire New University, where he had studied criminology and philosophy. The repair shop's live tour, Secrets from the Barn, also underwent changes. Some dates in Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Newcastle were postponed due to scheduling conflicts rather than cancellations, despite rumors. Jay was quietly dropped from the tour's lineup, absent from promotional materials, a move that disappointed fans hoping to see him alongside Steve Fletcher and others. Jay's social media during this period seemed detached from the legal drama. In September 2024, he posted about wrapping up filming, calling it the closing of a well-loved book, and hinting at a return in 2025. He shared nostalgic repair shop clips and even hosted late-night Mixcloud live streams, chatting with a small audience and introducing himself as Jay Blades MBE. This upbeat online presence confused fans, who struggled to reconcile it with the serious charges. Comments on X showed mixed sentiments. Some fans supported Jay, believing he'd clear his name, while others felt betrayed, struggling to reconcile the allegations with his TV persona. Fletcher's loyalty test. Steve Fletcher found himself in an impossible position that tested every principle he held about friendship, loyalty, and public responsibility. His friend and colleague faced serious allegations that could destroy not only Jay's career and reputation, but potentially land him in prison. The safe choice for Fletcher was obvious: maintain silence or distance himself entirely. Fletcher chose neither path. The repair shop community faced its reckoning as the scandal unfolded. Cast members who had worked alongside Jay for years suddenly found themselves navigating uncharted territory. Other experts on the show remained conspicuously quiet about Jay's situation, which wasn't necessarily judgment, but could have reflected legal advice, personal boundaries, or simple uncertainty about how to respond appropriately. Fletcher's decision to break that pattern of silence represented a calculated risk that could have consequences for his career. Supporting someone facing such serious charges, especially involving alleged domestic violence, could damage his reputation irreparably. Sponsors might withdraw support, broadcasters could question his judgment, and fans might turn against him for appearing to minimize serious allegations. The master horologist had built his entire career on precision, reliability, and trustworthiness. Every antique clock he repaired required not only technical skill, but also the complete trust of its owner, who was entrusting him with precious family heirlooms and irreplaceable pieces of history. These same qualities that made him successful in his craft: patience, loyalty, and a commitment to restoration rather than disposal, applied equally to his approach to friendship. Fletcher's Instagram message was carefully crafted to navigate legal and social complexities while expressing genuine support for his friend. He focused explicitly on their friendship and shared history, rather than commenting on the allegations or legal proceedings. This distinction showed his sophisticated understanding of the situation's complexity and his desire to support Jay without appearing to dismiss or minimize the charges. The response from fans and the public was predictably mixed, reflecting broader social divisions about how to handle such situations. Some people praised Fletcher's loyalty and courage in standing by a friend during the crisis. Others questioned whether he should associate with someone facing such serious charges, arguing that his support might send the wrong message about domestic abuse allegations. Fletcher's decision to share their meeting photograph publicly rather than keeping it private sent multiple deliberate messages. He wasn't hiding their friendship or feeling ashamed of maintaining the relationship. He trusted his judgment about Jay's character while respecting the legal process and the rights of all parties involved. His expression of hope to see Jay again soon indicated this wasn't intended as a goodbye visit or final gesture of friendship. Fletcher planned to maintain their relationship regardless of public opinion, professional consequences, or even potential legal outcomes. This level of commitment spoke to the genuine depth of their bond and Fletcher's conviction about his friend's true character. What fans always suspected. Steve Fletcher's public support for Jay Blades confirms what many dedicated fans suspected all along about the true nature of their relationship. Their friendship extended far beyond the television cameras and workshop setting, rooted in genuine mutual respect and personal affection that transcended their professional obligations. Throughout 7 seasons of The Repair Shop, careful viewers noticed subtle signs of the easy rapport between Fletcher and Jay that seemed different from other cast interactions. Their exchanges appeared natural and unforced, lacking the slightly formal politeness that often characterized relationships between television colleagues who worked together but didn't socialize outside of filming. Fletcher often deferred to Jay's leadership role as host, while simultaneously offering quiet guidance and support when needed.
I think it's a weird experience. I think he's
This dynamic suggested a level of mutual trust and respect that went beyond their official roles on the show. Jay wasn't just the host to Fletcher, he was a friend worth protecting and supporting during his darkest hours. The horologist's protective instincts toward Jay manifested in subtle ways during filming that eagle-eyed fans picked up on over the years. When workshop visitors' stories became particularly emotional or overwhelming, Fletcher would sometimes glance at Jay with a look of understanding and shared empathy. When technical explanations became too complex for general audiences, Jay would naturally look to Fletcher for clarification or support. Fans suspected their friendship continued outside work based on occasional social media interactions over the years that hinted at a relationship extending beyond professional obligations. Shared posts, mutual comments, and references to private conversations suggested ongoing contact that wouldn't be necessary if they were merely television colleagues. The timing of Fletcher's visit to Jay proved something important about the authenticity of their bond. He chose to reach out and offer support during one of the most difficult and isolating periods of Jay's life when many others might have found excuses to maintain distance. This wasn't about convenience, publicity, or professional networking. It was genuine friendship in action during a personal crisis. Fletcher's willingness to risk his own reputation and career prospects by publicly supporting Jay showed the depth of their relationship and his assessment of Jay's true character. He calculated that his friend's well-being and their shared history mattered more than potential professional consequences or public criticism. The professional stakes. Steve Fletcher's decision to publicly support Jay Blades carries significant professional risks that make his display of loyalty even more remarkable and meaningful. The television industry, particularly in the current climate of heightened sensitivity around personal conduct, rarely tolerates association with controversy, regardless of legal outcomes, personal beliefs, or the presumption of innocence. The Repair Shop continues its successful run without Jay, featuring other presenters and maintaining its popularity with audiences who have come to love the show's format and philosophy. Fletcher could have easily distanced himself from the entire situation and continued his successful career trajectory without any complications or difficult questions from producers, broadcasters, or sponsors. Fletcher's projects, including his Secrets from the Barn tour that was actively running when he visited Jay, could face significant backlash from his public support of someone facing such serious charges. Venues might reconsider bookings, sponsors could withdraw their support, and audiences might boycott events due to their association with the controversy.
Museum site. And working with Jay is just...
The financial pressures and career implications of Fletcher's decision make his choice even more meaningful, demonstrating his commitment to principles over pragmatism. Television careers can be fragile, and reputation damage in the digital age can be swift and permanent. Fletcher understood these risks, but chose to act according to his values nonetheless. The BBC's official position on Jay created additional pressure for all cast members and associated personalities. While the corporation didn't explicitly forbid contact with Jay, their swift action to remove him from broadcasts sent clear signals about their preferred response from others connected to the show. Fletcher's decision to ignore these unspoken expectations showed remarkable independence of thought and action. Other repair shop experts maintained careful silence about Jay's situation throughout the crisis, which was probably the safer and more professionally advised choice.
Bring clocks and watches and other things and bringing things back to life again.
Fletcher's willingness to break this silence and risk standing alone in his support showed he prioritized personal integrity over career security and peer pressure. Fletcher's established reputation as a master craftsman and respected expert in his field provided some protection from career damage that might destroy someone with less professional standing. His skills, experience, and expertise made him valuable to producers and audiences, regardless of personal controversies or unpopular positions. The horologist's professional security might have influenced his confidence to act on his convictions, knowing that his technical abilities and established reputation provided some insulation from complete career destruction. This privilege carried the responsibility to use his position wisely, which he felt included supporting a friend in crisis. Fletcher's professional standing also lent credibility to his support, might influence public opinion, and provide valuable emotional support to Jay during the legal proceedings. When someone with his reputation and experience maintains a friendship with an accused person, it suggests complexity and nuance beyond surface allegations and media coverage. Lasting impact. The impact of Steve Fletcher's decision to break the silence on Jay Blades extends beyond their friendship to influence how fans understand loyalty, judgment, and the complexity of human relationships. The horologist's actions confirm what many suspected about the difference between public perception and private reality. When someone with Steve Fletcher's reputation chooses to maintain a friendship during the controversy, it sends ripples through the entertainment industry and beyond. This powerful example of loyalty in action has created a template for how others might navigate similar situations. Steve Fletcher's reunion with Jay Blades sends a clear message to other colleagues and friends who might be struggling with similar decisions about maintaining relationships during public scandals. The horologist demonstrates that supporting someone during difficult times doesn't require endorsing all their actions.